marriage in the context of this discussion that we'll be doing tonight is between a man and a woman. Marriage works. All right?
It does.
Now, that marriage work doesn't mean that we're not going to have issues, that we're not going to disagree. Of course we will. But that's part of it anyway, you know, but it works.
Yeah.
So everyone who God has blessed with a good home, you know, we have not been endowed so that we can just sit on the blessing internally by ourselves. We've been blessed to bless others.
Okay.
We've been endowed to raise up others. You who have been raised, who have been engraced, who have been rescued, run out deliberately for the rescue of others.
Okay.
So in this kind of way, we let the people whose marriages are not working, we let them take the center stage. We let them dissipate the negative energy, such that our young folks, our mentees, are then beginning to think that this thing doesn't work actually.
Not working. True.
But it's
true.
working.
True.
I have to work out my role as a husband in my home under God. So it is not enough that God has asked me to marry my darling wife, Titi Life. I also have to submit into that alignment. I think it's important we embed this aspect into our use of intentionality in marriage, because for many people, when I interact with them, I just know that foundation is a problem. So foundation is important. So when I hear marriage that lasts, I am thinking two people who have sound foundation, two people who have been well raised, two people who are committed to growth. I think of two people who know each of them know him or herself identity. Their identity in God. Two people who have been prepared for what marriage is. When I think of marriage that works, like I spoke earlier about preparation, I also think about forgiveness. Two people who are able to forgive. So we keep forgiving. And sometimes you pay the forgiveness forward. Actually, you forgive before the offense happens. Because love will not always carry you through, but God will always. From the early days, the woman is raised to be a good wife, to be a good mother. We let the boys play out their days. We begin to tell the girls how to be chaste, how to be prepared for their husband, but we become laissez-faire with the boys. So we come to a stage that we now have daughters of Zion being yoked to brothers